All right, people, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. You know what time it is. Give me a break. It's time for another installment of Late Night Snack Time with the Scoville Squad. Here we are together again. How long has it been? Huh? How long has it been since we've had a Late Night Snack Time? A big question for you. Here's the trivia question. I want you guys to participate. Please leave an answer in the comment section. You saw the thumbnail. Am I really screaming in that thumbnail, or do I just make a funny face? What do you think really happens when I make that thumbnail? Tell me, I want to know your thoughts. Do you think I'm actually screaming my head off like a lunatic, or am I just mouthing it like a mime? Curious. All right, so look, I was in the grocery store. Scorchin Extreme, whatever, Buffalo, Pringles. All right, so I don't really like, I'm not the biggest mainstream snack guy. I'm just not. You know what? I am, though, a late night snack time guy. Anyhow, I'm going to review this because it's what I do. I tell you guys about what's good out there and what's not, and what my thoughts are, and that's what we do. All right, so look, here are the ingredients. It's got potatoes in there, a little dried vegetable, a little vegetable in here, a bunch of stuff. Looking for something hot. Cayenne pepper sauce. Aged cayenne pepper sauce. I don't know which one it is. They don't say, and it doesn't matter. It's Louisiana hot sauce. That's it. So how hot? It's going to be whey. There's whey in this. You betcha. Yep, that's it. Okay, so I read all the ingredients. The only thing that's going to be even close to hot is the cayenne pepper sauce. But look, they at least put that in there, so we got to thank them for that, right? So I'm glad it's pepper season, man. I'm eating peppers again. Isn't that cool? You know what's funny? Everybody gets mad at me during the off season. How come you're not eating peppers? I eat peppers. No one says, hey, we're back. Boy, does that smell like Extreme Buffalo to me. It doesn't. Here, turn your smell everything. You smell Extreme Buffalo? You don't. It's okay. It's all right. It is what it is. There you go. From Pringles, Scorching Extreme Buffalo. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. We have to talk about Pringles. No one stumbles onto Pringles when they're 40. We learned about Pringles. The very first group of adults that were around when Pringles were first launched a million years ago, they were like, holy mackerel, look at this. But most of us were children when Pringles came out, or when you saw them, when you learned of them, excuse me. So what happens is you see them, you're like, you're kidding me. Every single chip, is it shaped the exact same way? What is this witchery? I have to have some of this. And that's what you think like as a kid. Then you eat them. You have a sleeve, or a tube, if you will, of chips. Has anybody ever done a study? Like a bag of chips. I don't know. Are we getting a good price for that? Is it worth it? I know as a kid, you're like, oh my gosh, they're all shaped the same way. Holy mackerel. And that's a big part of the appeal. If you're new to the channel, here's what happens on Late Night Snack Time. I pontificate. At some point, when you're eating these, as an adult, you think to yourself, is it a spray? What is it? Do they squirt a little glob and just press it into a form, shape, and boop, pops out? You know, what are we working with here? Do you think that? Or maybe I did. And then you're like, I don't care. Who cares? The tastes good. There was a Chinese restaurant in Norwell, Massachusetts, right next door to a laundromat that robbed me of my clothing. And I'm not joking. They got arrested or not arrested. They had a problem serving something at this Chinese restaurant they shouldn't have served. And the food was great there. These are pretty good, actually. So, I'm taking my laundry to this place one day. It's in Norwell, Mass. I wasn't doing my own laundry, and I was working a gig. I had to wear a shirt and tie every day. Imagine that, me wearing a shirt and tie every day. I did. So anyway, it's about half a mile from where I live, my apartment. It's a laundromat. They do good work. They're fast. I drop my stuff off on a Thursday. Monday, I pick it up. We're good. So one day, I dropped my stuff off, and it was a crazy day because it had built up. So I had a lot of clothing. Like all of my pants, or most of my shirts. Here's the worst part, a few of my favorite ties. My favorite tie was it was like $70 tie. At the time, that was a lot of money for a tie. Not so much now. Anyway, I drop off my stuff off at the laundromat. Monday, I was going to the Chinese restaurant with a friend. I go to get my laundry. It was horrifying. I pull up. Store's empty. Empty. You know how it is. There's a track. Goes down and hangs your stuff and goes. You know the track? Empty. Gone. So it wasn't like they just, like the cash register was gone, the counter was gone, and the dude and all the clothing was gone. Everything was gone. It was an empty box. I stood back. I looked at it like, am I in the wrong place? It was a Twilight Zone moment. These are pretty good. No sign. They went out of business. I never got... It was a bummer because I had to go out and spend a couple of dollars, $300 on clothes that I really couldn't afford at the time. But isn't that weird? See the thermometer? See that? If you've never eaten anything hot, if you're a newborn, I still don't know if that's accurate. But if you're this is not hot. And it's one of the reasons I don't like doing mainstream snacks. I don't know, they taste good, they're just not hot. Not even hot a little, not even remotely hot. Tastes good nonetheless. At the end of the day, if more people are eating spicy stuff, maybe someone will eat these and go, you know what, that's not quite hot enough. I bet there's hotter. If that ever happens, then these are worth it. Anyhow, that's my review of Pringles Scorchin Extreme Buffalo. They're buffalo-y, but they aren't extreme. Be careful where you take your dry cleaning, people. In the description box, you'll see all the normal stuff right there. On this page are my son and the lifeboat, challenges in pepperology. I love you guys. I'm Johnny Scobo. So in the comment section, don't forget, do I really scream or did I just mime it? I'll tell you in the next video. I'm Johnny Scobo. This was Chase the Heat.